Hello! How are you doing today? Really, how are ya? My name is Kirsty, and we've made it to episode 9 of Is It Expired? Let's shop my stash. If I'm looking a little windswept, a little wild, it's because I'm filming this a little later in the afternoon. I've already gone for brunch, I had some running around to do, and it is windy out. It's winter in Canada. It's coming. So we're starting to see those winter breezes coming in, and I am a little windswept and wild. So it is what it is. Just a reminder, do not use expired makeup. I'm well aware of what could potentially happen with an expired product, and I'm taking the risk for myself. I don't recommend that you do it. With that being said, we're going to have a peek at the 5 items I used last week, see what kind of progress I made, and then move on to this week. But first, I have something very exciting. Even though it is very minimal usage with these products, only using them for a week, I'm still doing okay. I had a really good week, and I was able to use up 4 full items. That includes 4 makeup items, 1 skincare, take out the flowers while I'm at it, but 1 full-sized highlight. A full Becca highlight. The champagne pop is finally gone. So I'm incredibly excited to have these out of my collection, and I love using up products. So I was super excited that this was a win this week, but let's move on to what I designated myself to this week. Alright, so the first item that I picked for last week was this Cara Beauty, what are you called again? Pro 10 Havana Club palette. I had a lot of fun with this. I really enjoyed playing with the colors. This shade up here, I ended up using in my inner corner so much, and it just gave such a beautiful pop. I love this shimmer as well. The mattes were super easy to blend. I had never used this, so it was nice to get a little bit of use on this bad boy, and now I'm going to remember that I have it. The mattes blend out beautifully, and I'm excited to use it again in the future. So that was fun for the week. I have no space between the flowers and like the setup. I'm just going to start chucking things. Alright, next I did have the Rose Ink Concealer in the shade LX030. I really love this. I'm going to continue using this anyway, along with a lot of my other concealers, but I do really love this product, so just happy to have it in for the week. And then the Jaclyn Cosmetics Skin Perfecting Blurring Tint in Fairlight. I ended up actually really liking this. I am wearing it again today actually because I did not pick a complexion product for this week. So I loved this so much that I just wanted to keep on using it, and that's always a nice addition, right? It's always nice to be able to add that to your routine because you end up loving something. It is incredibly skin-like. If you want a nice light coverage, good skin days, like I said, I was just running errands most of the day, went out with a girlfriend. I love this. So nice to get acquainted enough with this that I will be using it again in the future and actually reaching for it. Cool. Next, moving on and on and on. Then I have the AOA lip oil gloss, in the coconut scent. I do really like this. It's just nice and easy for some quick nourishment to the lips. I would just put it on while I was getting ready before I put on an actual lip combination, but I do really like this. I've had a few of these and I will continue to buy them. They're $1. So yeah, these are going to continue coming into my collection. And then last I do have the Smashbox contour stick in the contour shade. Still has that light, it's almost a floral scent. There is a scent to it, but I do think it is original to the product. So I am going to keep using this. As you can tell, it needs to be sharpened, but I did get some good use out of it. And I think it is going to be on my list to get finished in 2024 because they are old. This is one of the older things in my collection. It's about, I want to say 8 or 9 years, whereas everything else is in the last 2 years. So this is going to be on the list to actually get finished and be able to get out of my collection next year. Alright, that's last week. It was a lot of fun. I love complexion products anyway. I'm a huge fan of good complexion, so I know it's not necessarily the most exciting thing because it's not bright and colorful and shiny, but good complexion is just, it has a soft spot in my little soul here that just, it's home. It's home. So moving on to this week, like trying to count, I don't even know what was from this week. Let's see what I grabbed for this week. Oh, what a mess. My biggest issue with like silver, metallic, reflective packaging is fingerprints. And I know that's weird because if you're doing your makeup, generally your hands are going to get foundation or powder or makeup in general on them, and then you create fingerprints, and it drives me up the wall. So I have to clean it every time I use it, and it's a strange quirk of mine that I just like my makeup to be clean. This is the Birthday Skin Primer. It is a very nice, pore perfecting, moussey-like primer. I think it's supposed to be comparable to like the Tatcha one. I've never used that one, so I can't make that comparison, but I do really like this. I love the texture. I also have a bit of a quirk where I don't like sticking my fingers in things, so I always have these on hand. Just grab a little bit here, a little bit on my hand. My hands that have eczema, so yeah, we're doing well this winter. Oh, but it's so, like, it's creamy, but lightweight, and it just gives this beautiful, healthy glow without it really being shiny. And it smells really nice. It's got almost a citrus scent to it, so I do really like this. I am really excited to use it for the week. And thus, by touching the product and rubbing it on my hand, I now have fingerprints again on my reflective packaging. These, I believe, are the oldest eyeshadows in my collection at this time. These are the Shany Cosmetics Loose Pigments. I believe I got these 10 or 11 years ago. But they're loose pigments, so I'm not really sure what in them would go off. This is just glitter. You do need to use a glitter glue with it, but it's lovely. I have it on today. It was just a very nice, simple look. I had no issues with the glitter glue. There was really no fallout. I had actually done my foundation first and didn't find issues. So I'm excited to use these. I forget about them all the time. I am just the worst for that. So I am excited to see this pop up for the week, and I think I have 40 of them. This is number 40, so I believe I do still have all of them unless somehow some of them went missing in the last 11 years. I wouldn't be surprised. I have moved probably 15 times in that time, so it's not unheard of for things to just go poof as a thing. But I am really excited to play with this, and hopefully it like clicks my brain into gear that I have these, and they're in a bunch of fun colors, and they're pretty. And yes, they all have either a satin finish or they are more of like a glitter, but I'm not opposed to that, so remember they're there. Stick it in my brain. Next. And in. Alright. Then I do have the Sephora Collection Flashy Brown Eye Pencil. These are probably about 8 or 9 years old. I think these came in a set of 5 or 6. It was like a holiday collection. Way back when. But they're still really smooth and creamy. I need to sharpen it, but like they're still really pretty. They still perform really beautifully. I have it on my waterline today, so if it was expired, I'd probably have reacted to it by now. I even had a nap, by the way. There was like a nap squeezed in there at one point, so that's probably why I just... pure chaos in here. That's what I'm here for. But I do really, really like these, and I have used up a couple from the collection, so I think I'm gonna try and use this up. Maybe not this week. There is still like a fair bit left, but like it's doable. That might be a 2024 thing too. It's so nice to kind of bring these to the forefront though and kind of see what I might be able to finish next year, because I love finishing things. I love having goals. Give me those goals. And then hair's just whew, fly away. Then I have the ColourPop Powerpuff Girls blush in the shade Saving the World. This is a beautiful orangey coral blush. That's my favorite shade for my skin. I think that orangey shade is really, really great with my fair skin and blonde hair, so I am really excited to use this. Love it. I think I've maybe only used it a couple times, and I do believe I got this either 2021 or 2022. One of those years. So, not like ancient, not a relic, but definitely needs some love. So we're going to love her. Alright, moving on. This, however, is a relic. I can't open the relic. Alright. This is the Makeup Revolution I Heart Revolution. The House of... I swear it's a cult. The House of Revolution. If it's not a cult, it's gonna be now. The Chocolate Strawberry Face Palette. My brain didn't want to think about it. The Chocolate Strawberry Face Palette, it's just a bronzer and a blush. The blush is satin. But again, like really pretty. Goes on beautifully, blends out seamlessly. It almost has like a NARS Orgasm quality where it has that gold shift to it, and it is really pretty, so I'm going to kind of be swapping between the two this week, but probably honestly more focusing on the bronzer in here. It's really nice for my skin shade, but it's light enough to work for my skin, is what I'm trying to say here. I do have it on today. You can't even really, like, definitively point it out because it does just contour really beautifully. It just adds a little bit of that sunshine bronze to the skin without being overpowering, and so I'm cool with that. So yes, this is... When I got all those other chocolate Christmas palettes, so 4 or 5 years old, I guess not a relic, but it's getting up there. It is older, and it needs some love too. The colors are really, really pretty, so just get some love. Put some love in. And obviously the packaging is so freaking cute. These were just adorable. The idea was simple in itself, but they're cute, so I'm excited to get some use out of that too, because it's about time. I think I have 3 or 4 of these. And that's the thing, is I don't even know like how many I have. I don't even know where they are. Love. Love them. Get some love. Get some use. Alright, so that's this week. I love that they were very almost neutral items this week, but with a little bit of flair. Like, I love a little bit of gold glitter. I do love it. I have the brown eyeliner on my waterline, and it's a very simple, almost neutral look, but enough that I feel like I'm put together. Not a crazy intense glam, but a little something with some sparkle, you know? A little glitter. Especially since my shirt's got glitter, I wanted my face to have some glitter. Happy coincidence, really. I picked these items a while ago. So this is going to be this week. I think the thing I'm going to see the most progress on will be that eyeliner, and I do believe it's a totally reasonable goal for me to get that out of my collection in 2024, as well as that contour stick from last week. So that's so huge to me, is bringing things in, trying them for a while, and then making goals for the future, because not every week do I pull an eyeshadow palette. Not every week do I pull a contour product. I can use that contour stick all week with the powder bronzer. So things that can work together, and so I don't forget about them. They don't just go back into the drawers and get completely lost in the madness. So that's really what I'm here for, is just to play with these things, and in hopes, in that progress, use some things up. And I did this week, and that's always really exciting. So, that's all for this week. Have yourselves a wonderful day, evening, weekend, journey in your life, and I'll see you next week.